Hi everyone, welcome to Random Access Megan. I am Megan. Today what I'm going to go over is The Confidence Code by Katie Kay and Claire Shipman. The Science and Art of Self-Assurance, What Women Should Know. I received this book from my father, who was recommended by, which was recommended by a female executive that he works closely with. She had picked out a few books that he should send to me once she found out that I was in the business world at a tech startup. She really wanted me to read a few books. So I am pretty stoked that I got to read this book. I am ashamed to say that I've had it for 3 years and I finally just finished it. Not because it was difficult. It just sat on my stand. And once I actually read it, it took like a week and I was done. It was a short 200 pages. So shame on me, but I am really glad that I finally read it. There are a few things that I took away from it, but I believe this book is really one of those books that every reader is going to take away different things, and every reader is going to decipher points or quotes in different ways. And why I say that is because we're talking about confidence here. We're talking about self-assurance. We're talking about self-compassion, overthinking, whatever the case may be. We're talking about the way that you act and the way that you think and the way that you perceive things. So at the end of the day, I'm going to bring up a few points, but I think every female should read this. And once you're done reading this book, The Confidence Code, you should really pass it off to a friend, a family member. It doesn't matter if they seem confident or down on themselves. Just because they seem confident doesn't mean that they are confident. Definitely pass this along, and everyone can benefit. Women helping women. So that being said, a few takeaways, or the number one takeaway that I got, and then from there I'll quote a few things. Think less, take action, and be authentic. The problem that I have, and what they say a lot of women have, is overthinking, playing back or recollecting meetings or conversations or things that you've done over and over and over again, to the point where you are self-doubting and you are bringing yourself down, which is not healthy whatsoever. So being able to cut that out and rewire the way that you think and rewire the way that you work or perceive things is going to help you out mentally, emotionally, physically, and everywhere else. So think less, take action, be authentic. However you want to perceive that is however you are going to perceive it. To me, I think that's a very positive and very simple thing to always have in the back of my mind. And that's something that I really will strive to do, because I find myself over-preparing, overthinking for meetings, overthinking for interviews, overthinking flowers at my wedding, overthinking my hair color, overthinking my outfit for the next day, or overthinking outfit for a reunion. I mean, the list goes on and on. And at the end of the day, all that effort, what is it really doing? It's creating an anxiousness. It's creating a negative impact on your body and your mind and your emotions. And only you can control that. I'm sorry if this is turning into a self-help. That is not, it's not what I meant to do. I really just want to point out specific things and tell you how I'm interpreting it. So I apologize. Also, other things that I clung on to is fail fast, dare the difference, growth mindset. Fail fast and fail often. You don't need to make major failures like, I don't know, going bankrupt, but if you are nervous about cold calling a C-level, I'm using business, sorry. If you're nervous about cold calling a high-level executive, at the end of the day, if they hang up on you or if they say not interested, you're alive still. You're not going to just die from it. So take that as your first step forward in improving yourself and taking risk and thinking about, okay, this CEO just finally finally answered. I caught him and I stumbled. What could I have done to be more prepared? Was I in my own head? If you work at a company for a long time, you probably exactly know what your value prop is, but you got stuck in your own head about the type of person that you're speaking to. Everyone is human. At the end of the day, celebrities, high-level executives, they're all human. They have all been in your situation. So fail fast, do more, think less, get out of that perfect mindset, get out of your own head, and take those risks, because the only way you're going to take those small risks is by doing, and learning from it. Dare the difference. Okay, females are different than males, period. How are you going to present yourself in a positive manner and make an impact? Is it doing things in a certain way and proving that it's successful? And if that's the case, then grab onto that difference and run with it. Just because you overthink or overplan, which again isn't healthy, but if that makes you successful, how can you do it in a healthier way? And how can you project your set of thinking, or your way of thinking and the way of doing without coming across as aggressive, which I sometimes do. Growth mindset. Believing that skills can be learned leads to doing more things. There is that back and forth, and part of this book is about, are we all predisposed to being confident genetically, or can we forge our own path? It kind of leans to genetics, but if you don't know how your genetic makeup is or what your genetic makeup is, then you're forging your own path. At the end of the day, if you learn, or if you want to become an Olympic skier, if you fail fast, dare the difference, and do it over and over and over again to learn how to get better, how to improve, you can be that Olympic skier. I don't know where that came from, so sorry if that's random. And then from there, play up your distinctive strengths and values. Work on areas of improvement. You need to know what it takes to be successful and define that in a way that you can fully understand. Success is different for everyone. For me, it's as simple as being happy. And how do I define being happy? What does it take to be happy? I don't want to be that person chasing a job title, because I don't think that's what that really, I mean, at the end of the day, is that what life is about? I mean, no, because just maybe I make up a brand new tech application and I'm just the founder and I'm not the CTO. Does that make me less successful? No. So at the end of the day, what you need to do is evaluate what you believe is success. Is it having $1 million in the bank? Is it having children and a white picket fence? If you understand what it means to be successful and you define it for yourself, at the end of the day, you're forging your own path on how to get there and maintain it. And at the end of the day, you will be confident. I'm sorry that I'm pausing. I'm just thinking before I speak. It's just a little thing to take away is Stanford Business School study shows that women who can combine male and female qualities do better than everyone else. Do better than everyone else is very vague, but at the end of the day, if females have a little bit of aggression, assertiveness, confidence, collaboration, process orientation, persuasion, and humility, all the qualities after confidence was females, by the way, you are going to do better than your peers. Again, I don't think your goal should be to be better or to do better than your peers. I think what you need to define, again, is success. And when I say you, I'm really talking about myself. I'm talking to myself, so I apologize. I really think that this book gave me a little bit of perspective. I really need it sometimes. I have this saying, check yourself before you wreck yourself, but I say it to myself. Just bringing yourself back down to ground level and really understanding what makes you tick and reevaluating what you need to do to make your life what you want it to be. If you felt that this review was helpful, please like it, share it, and of course subscribe to Random Access Megan. Again, please share this book to anyone. What I'm going to do is add some footnotes at the bottom of this video. Also include some companies that you can research for genetic makeup. Thank you again for your time. Until next Tuesday, bye.